Saints of Imperfection. This was a really, really interesting episode, especially for the fact that Colbert comes back. Are you kidding me? Like, for real? I did not think he was going to come back. And they got us with a little moment there where they were exiting the Spore universe, and all of a sudden he deteriorates, or he doesn't form or appear. Just as Stamen was bringing his hand across, it was like he wasn't there, and he was like, "Oh my gosh, I can't bring you out. You only exist there." And because of that little sack that Tilly was in, somehow they could bring him back to life that way because it's got some matter that's from that universe versus the Spore universe. Just like the Spores couldn't bring certain elements of their self out, their existence and stuff. It was confusing, very scientific type of new discovery, space, finding out type of thing. But it was just funny that he came back. I didn't think he was. And I thought if he did come back, that was going to be a little weird. You know, like, I mean, you felt that death when he died. At least it didn't happen right away. But I did like the guy. He acts very, he's really good acting. And I mean, I don't know. He's back. That's cool, but really? And I know there's going to be a lot of people, hardcore Trekkies and stuff like that, just fans of the series, or people just keep up with the lore, that's going to be like, how come this was never mentioned? The Spore was never mentioned. Are they going to classify all that stuff? And I know sooner or later they're not going to be able to use the Spores. It's going to either be too dangerous or cause too many, like what we just saw happen, you know what I mean, recently with Tilly, you know, Stamets. Just the whole darn Spores, how they're reacting to things. They're using them, and they probably shouldn't be using them like that. So that's probably why they're going to stop. And they don't want anybody else to find out about it and try to use it, because there are some people in the universe that don't care. They just want power. They just want to do things. They'll sacrifice people to use the Spores and go instantly here and there. But yeah, I mean, like, is that documented down, how he came back to life? It's crazy. It's a resurrection. But anyway, overall, I still enjoyed the episode. I really did. It was just, that was crazy. I didn't dislike it, I guess. I was just taken back by it. Didn't know what to expect. Whoops. Okay, whatever. But honestly, I enjoyed the episode. It was just a lot of communication going on between everybody, trying to figure out what's going on. Like Pike, when he was talking to, I forgot his name, the captain of Section 31. And Philippa's back. Man, all right, I'm going to speak about something else in a minute, the opening of this episode. But I love Philippa. Oh, man, I love Michelle. She's wonderful. I like her in any movie and everything. But she's just so cute to look at in this series. Like, I like her attitude. I like how she is. I like the fact that some people know she's from an alternate universe, some don't. How she's acting. She showed in a moment that she actually cares, you know, about the Discovery crew. You know, I mean, you know, because she wanted to save the ship when it was getting pulled into the Spore universe or whatever. They come up with some crazy stuff on this. I mean, they always have, but this show has just started. This beginning of season 2, and there's some crazy things in this show. But I enjoy it. Michael's always running around worried now. That worried face. I don't know, it doesn't bother me, but it's just like every episode she's just like, oh my god, what's going on? I mean, there was a lot of episodes in the first season I really liked. Now, it might mess with people, because if this wasn't a Star Trek show and it was just a space adventure discovery show, I think a lot of people would like it more, because it messes with some of the continuity of things that was happening, or it just doesn't make sense why this stuff wasn't talked about before. That's the problem you can run into with doing prequels. When you introduce a lot of new stuff, technology, people, events that happen. Why wasn't this mentioned? Why wasn't that mentioned? Why wasn't this mentioned? I do like that we get a lot of Pike. I really do. So it's kind of like a Pike prequel series. And I'm wondering how much we're going to get in this series' entire run. Because they got like 8 more years that they can do until we get to the point where Pike went to that planet and was dealing with the cage episode. So maybe he'll go away for a couple of seasons, come back. That's cool. I don't mind that, but I do like that we get some Pike. We finally got a series with Pike, you know what I mean? People have been asking about that. Regardless, I enjoyed the episode. But Spock. Man, you know what they do? They do this. They're like, there's Spock, there's Spock. Come on, keep watching, keep watching. Here's Spock. Come on, follow us, keep watching, keep. Oh no, he's not in this episode. But there he is right there. Just keep watching. They're dangling him and right in front of us. You know, in the beginning of the episode, we thought Spock was in that shuttle. Knew something was up. I thought a droid or something. A droid. But I really thought the shuttle was going to be like remotely controlled or something. And it was Philippa. But I was like, why? What the heck? What was she doing? Why? It just was crazy. You know, Section 31. I think they're going to pop in and out too. I don't think we're going to see them every episode. It's crazy. This is crazy because they're really playing with Spock, and people better like Spock being in the show, the storyline, the arc they have with him, if there is an arc or something like that. But it can't be terrible when he shows up. If it is, you've been teasing him. I mean, we're only like 5 episodes in, so. But still, they mention Spock every episode, and that's what they're doing. This is the search for Spock on Discovery, and we never run into Spock. I'm like, how many more episodes? You know what I mean? Like, it just feels like they're playing with us a little too long. But maybe they don't want to give us too much Spock. Give us too much, you can mess it up. That might be a good idea. But maybe they should have introduced him going missing a different way, so they're not looking for him right now, or he didn't do anything right now. Like, remember at first he was supposed to be just like mentally getting his mind together, getting some counseling or something, but then they found out he's missing. He went rogue and he hurt some people, or might have killed some people. I doubt it. And if he did, somehow it's gonna work out fine. But they probably should have waited to do that. You know, if they're not gonna show him yet. They've been talking about him since episode 1. And if he doesn't show up in 2 more episodes, it's going to feel kind of too long. Like, they're talking about him too much. When are we finally going to get him? You know, but the episode's good. You good. If they didn't even open it with, hey, we found Shock's shuttle, and it was just another shuttle, that would have been cool. I almost said spore shuttle, whatever. But yeah, I enjoyed the episode. I really did. It was cool. And I'm just ready to see Spock. If not, stop talking about him for a while. Or something. I don't know. You know what I mean? Enjoyed it. I know some people hate it. Some people loved it. I think most women love it because there's a lot going on. I like a show when there's a lot going on in different, sectors of the story is just like sectors. Like something here, something there, and they're all connected and stuff. I love that. So anyway, yeah. I got to get back to binging Next Generation. I'm remembering a lot of the episodes I'm seeing now, and I can't wait to get to Deep Space Nine and Voyager. Anyway, that's my review. Like the video if you like the video. Be back next week for next week's episode review. See you next time.